Ahoy there, Mythgard fans. It is another beautiful Mythgard Monday, so I have another deck for you guys today. This is Stretching Out. It is a stretcher list with yellow and red. Pretty standard for those of you familiar with the strategy. I just had never really played with it before, and I wanted to give it a try, so I figured, hey, why not record it and show it off to the people who haven't messed with it themselves. This is just my build. I think there's probably some better builds out there, but I just kind of looked at a few decks and sort of put in what I thought would be good, and honestly, it's performed decently. There's a few things that I would probably change, and I'll point those out to you. I'm just going to quickly run through how the deck works for anyone not familiar with artifacts, which is a special card type in Mythgard. Basically, the way it works is that they're kind of like long-term, I guess like kind of like supports in Elder Scrolls Legends. I don't think they really have a good synergy in Gwent, or a good comparison in Gwent, but either way, basically they are cards that come down, but they're kind of longer-lasting effects, but they have hit points, right? So whenever you take damage, these will get hurt too. So you'll see that there's at the bottom, there's a 9 at the bottom left of the orbital jamming satellite, which is an artifact. So you have to kind of keep track, and whatever your most recently played artifact is will take the damage, and then eventually if it takes all its damage as you take damage, it will get destroyed. Fires of Creation is a special path dedicated to artifacts, and the way it works is whenever you play an artifact, you get increasingly strong forgelings, and then when you play those forgelings, you get to look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put an artifact on top to keep that cycle of creating artifacts and then getting forgelings. It's a really cool path, and one that you don't see play unless it's artifacts. So of course we have to make sure we have enough artifacts in the deck to capitalize on it. That's one of the things that I think I'd improve on this list. I would probably cut a meso libre, and I wanted to try Sacrificial Altar. It had been sitting in my collection for forever, and I was like, oh, this deck has a lot of expensive things, and I could use more cards to help me burn cards, and so I tried to force it in the deck. It doesn't work. I would probably cut both of those and put in 2 barbed bolts, as you can see right here. These it's another artifact that would take my artifact count up to 10, because I was finding I wasn't always discovering artifacts with whenever I play the forgelings and look at the top 4 cards. I wasn't finding artifacts quite enough. I think I would go for these barbed bolts just as another artifact to slam down, get the forgelings going. So besides that, though, I think everything played out really well. You want to focus on the stretcher. That is, after all, the name of the deck, and the win condition. So whenever your opponent draws or discards a card, they'll take 1 damage. Well, that's pretty cool, because you've got other cards that force your opponent to draw cards, like the Dragon's Teeth, where both players draw an extra card at the start of the turn, and the Vicious Cycle, which will destroy a minion, and then its controller will be forced to draw a card. Now, normally that would be a downside for you, but it's extra good when you have the stretcher out. So you can see how that kind of works. After that, we just have solid, consistently good cards. Ollama Ring, an artifact, but one that sees play in other things. We have the Serpent's Den to create some spuds, both to synergize with the Ollama Ring as well as to create a lot of early blockers. And then we have Sapo, Misanthropia. I did put 1 Revelation of Ximec in. I was finding I wasn't getting quite enough card draw if I didn't see Dragon's Teeth, so I just wanted a little bit more card draw. That's also the reason why Sacrificial Altar ended up in there, but that was a mistake. And then after that, we've just got some general control tools via the red package. Magmataur's Shopworn Bowl helps us kind of focus our hand and shape it to how we need for whatever situation we're in. Sea Lord's Trident, another mythic, but certainly not one that is necessary to build the deck. Extract Life, Ignition, firesong, Prodigy, just for some good old removal. You guys can see how this deck works. I think most of the mythics in here aren't necessary. In fact, I think none of the mythics in here are necessary to play this deck. There's a lot of golds you'll need, but this is a deck that can be built, at least a playable facsimile of it can be built without using any mythics, I think. You'll just have to go with some of the less powerful artifacts, like the barbed bolts, which you can play up to 4 copies of. So it works out quite nicely. I do hope you guys enjoy Stretching Out. I have a game that I attached. I played several games and had a lot of fun, and this one in particular I thought really came down to the wire, and I'll let you guys see how it plays out. Enjoy. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Playing against Pheasant of Myth. That is a good name. That is the Dead Broke Nerd stamp of approval there. Got a Dune Cat coming down. Working with some deserts here. Okay. So I'm going to go, obviously, get this clay effigy down. I mean, I don't have to, but it does cycle the card. I suppose I could also... No, we're just going to, yeah, get the clay effigy down. So it's going to be burning, I think, the ollama ring. Although it does help me find stretcher faster. You know, we'll burn the vicious cycle. It's not as good without something else to work with. So we'll put the clay effigy down. Do I want to block the cat with it? Doesn't really matter. Saves 2 points now or 2 points later. I'll just put it over here. Picks up another ollama ring. That is good. That means we can burn one of those in the future. Oh man. Okay, Dust Devil comes down. Okay, so we picked up the Oak of Dodona. We have nothing to play on turn 2, unfortunately. On turn 3, we would be able to play the shopworn bull if we burn both this and this. Of course, on 3, we may want to burn, you know, a yellow to grab Serpent's Den or Meso Libre. I think we'll just go ahead and burn the Firesong Prodigy. And unfortunately, we are forced to pass. Okay, moves the cat over. They are on disc, which I'm not exactly sure how they're intending to utilize that. I guess if they're creating lots of, you know, spuds, then the discard effect is not so bad. Sandscaped here. Lots of deserts. Let's look at... I think we're going to go to the Shopworn Bull now that we have the Extract Life. So we'll go ahead and put the Shopworn Bull down in front of the Dust Devil. And we'll draw. We pick up Dragon's Teeth. Okay, Dragon's Teeth is pretty important. So we will throw back the ollama ring. And pass. Opponent plays down parry at the gates. Gonna get a couple of draws. No problem, no problem. Alright, let's see. So we can go with ollama ring. Although it is going to start getting ticked down by these guys attacking it. Should be able to protect it on a following turn. Oh, and then that's right. We went second, so we get a tempered forgeling. That's nice. Let's go ahead and draw. Pick up ignition. Well, that's tempting. I like Oak and Dragon's Teeth. Those aren't going anywhere. Serpent's Den's really nice just to keep getting blockers out. It also synergizes great with the ollama ring. I think we might just throw back Meso Libre. Ignition can be really nice just to clean some stuff up. So then we'll make this trade. We'll put down the tempered forgeling here. And let's see, we did not get any artifacts. That is unfortunate. Oh well. Eager Recruit comes down. Creates a Parsa Recruit. And we'll get a 1-drop down. That's a Cobblejack. We'll make that trade. We'll lose a little bit here. No problem. We're not too worried about that yet. Let's go ahead and draw, see if we can find Stretcher. No, we did not. Now what card would we like to reshuffle? I'm going to probably want to use the Ignition on this 2-1 here. So I want to keep the Ignition. I want to keep Dragon's Teeth. I want to keep Oak. I think it's probably just Shopworn Bull. I mean, we're going to keep the Shopworn Bull that we have. So we might as well just toss that back. So that was not super useful. Let's ignite that. Trade. We will burn. And then we can choose between Oak or the Serpent's Den. I kind of like Oak because it'll allow us to divination if they kill it. And if they don't kill... Oh, we don't have enough red gems. That's right, because we already ignited. Well, that's okay. Serpent's Den will be adequate. We'll put it down here to block this Dune Cat. And that will be that. Insurance broker. Pay your premiums. And Sand Scout. Swift and does not take retaliatory damage when attacking while occupying a desert enchantment. Okay. Let's draw. So another Shopworn Bull. Okay, guys. Pushing this mighty hard, aren't we? I think it has to be... Well, we're pretty close to the 7-ring ritual. I think we just throw the bull back. That's unfortunate. Let's see. I mean, we could just Dragon's Teeth and play into 7-ring ritual next turn by burning the Oak. And if we Dragon's Teeth, we also pick up... I also could just move the bull over. So I could go like this. So let's Dragon's Teeth. Because then we get a Forgeling. Which we'll put down here. Or here. And we don't pick up an artifact again. Gosh, that is rough. Well, unfortunate. Unfortunate for sure. But we're stalling effectively. We've got the 7-ring ritual. We're going to be drawing 2 cards a turn. It's unfortunate that we're not burning our opponent with Stretcher, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Ah, the Marticore. Okay. There's Stretcher. Okay, so that's interesting. We could wait on the 7-ring ritual. We could go Stretcher, and then either Meso Libre or our thing. Yeah, I think we Stretcher here. I guess we just do this. It can't hurt, right? Ooh, Sacrificial Altar. We can throw back the Meso Libre, or we could throw back the Sacrificial Altar. I'll throw back the altar. I don't know. I haven't been too impressed by the altar thus far. It's not bad. I think we just Meso Libre here and then don't burn a card. And then what we'll likely do next turn is go ahead and Misanthropia. So the cool thing about insurance brokers, like drawing cards, just keeps fueling Stretcher. Magmataur. So it's just gonna come back. I think that would have been more effective. I mean, it stops me from trading into the Magmataur, I suppose. But I don't know if I was gonna do that anyways, to be honest. I have a Sea Lord's Trident. I can just go Misanthropia. And then, of course, these are going to deal damage, which that kind of sucks. It wouldn't be bad to protect my Stretcher with my Sea Lord's Trident. So I guess we would go like this. See where they target. Get a Forgeling. It is armor 1. We could put it right here. Like I could go Ignite, or I could go... see, that's the thing. If I burn Ignite, I can go... Yeah. So, we'll burn Ignite. We'll put the Tempered Forgeling here. We'll pick up the next Dragon's Teeth. They'll draw 2 cards. They'll get smacked for 2. It's a tough one. We've got 2 great answers here. Oh, that's less good though. I do have armor 1. It's another Magmataur. Okay, so now they're going to get through it. Okay. Ow. Ow. My trident, no! Okay, so it's going to be Misanthropia this turn, followed by another Dragon's Teeth. Oh my gosh, or followed by another Stretcher. So it's definitely Misanthropia. And the question is, do I want to... I mean, I think another Stretcher is better, right? Than another Dragon's Teeth, yeah. Right? Dragon's Teeth will... Yeah, it will. There we go. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Oh, I've had this done to me so many times that doing it to somebody else, it's very therapeutic. And then we have the 7-ring ritual to protect for the following turn. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Or we could just keep throwing down Forgelings. Oh my gosh. Dust Devil. Dune Cat. They're gonna complete the sandscape. This mono orange deck put up a pretty good fight. Drawing all 3 Magmataurs was pretty great. Pretty great for them. Magmataur is such a strong payoff card for sand desert themed decks. Gets Lurker and deals 2 damage to minions in the opposite lane. Okay. Let's... Oh, I could just Magmataur. Let's see. I can Magmataur and put out a Forgeling. So I could go like Magmataur here. And then a Molten Forgeling. And that deals 3 damage. Yeah, he's trying to get through these, yeah. We'll just go ahead and put down the Molten Forgeling here. And we'll pick up the orbital jamming satellite. Or we'll put it on the top, I mean. And then do I want to burn maze? Sure. And now my opponent will take 4 damage. I'm pretty low, so I need to be careful. Oh, a seal. Oh, that's not good. Oh, man. Xerxian sympathizer? Okay. Dune cat? Oh, God. So this is actually pretty scary. But I should be able to, if I can, so if I orbital jamming satellite, and then, yeah, if I go orbital jamming satellite, 7-ring ritual, suppressing this, then they won't be able to burn through all my stuff. Or shouldn't be able to anyways. Or I could just attack, takes them down to 4. Now then they'll be 1 point off, because they'll take 4 damage, right? Oh, man. It's tough. I'm so low. Is it just attack face, 7-ring ritual, orbital jamming satellite, burning the serpent's den? It's kind of a tough deck to pilot. One, you know, there's a lot of things to manage. Let's just do that. Orbital jamming satellite. We will suppress that. 7-ring ritual. Swing for 4. Take 1. Pass. My opponent will take. They'll go down to 1. Oh, man. Oh, gosh, this is scary. I guess another Seal of Exile would do it for him, right?
Pay your premiums.
Okay. Did we get it? We did! Good game, Pheasant of Myth. Oh, man. It feels good to get a sweet stretcher game. When people play it against you, it can be so like, oh, God, what do I do? But this was so close. 4 health to 1 on that last turn. So good game. Hope you guys enjoyed the the stretcher deck. Oh, man. I've always wanted to put some games into it, so it's been fun to do that. I'll see you guys on the next Mythgard Monday.